What's up, people? It's MediaShinobi, and here we are reviewing Maoyū Maō Yūsha episode 6, titled...
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, come on!
Welcome back, hero. Yes, old man. I'm back.
Yeah, Scott's not here today. He's having a party right now, so...
So let's do this.
Let's do this! Open your mouth.
So we get introduced to a new weapon. Flame arrows. One thing about this, I'm glad it's an actual weapon, not the compasses. But yeah, no, really, it's this actual weapon, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then after that, the older sister maid then asks Mao, hey, what is a war? And why does it happen? Because
people kill people.
She compares war to conflict and relationships.
It is conflict.
Well, yeah, I know. That's the whole message that she was trying to drive. All war is based on conflict, but not all conflict is based on war. And then conflict is a type of relationship, but not all relationship is based on conflict. And you know, yada yada yada. The undead knight, aka Hero, and his legion of fairies decides to plague a commander's mind with nightmares.
They're going all like Freddy Krueger on him.
Meanwhile, Mao finally reached the southern nations and meets up with the king and the knight over there, and now they're planning up their what would you call it? Their plans to take back the island. Yeah, strategy. At first I thought this was serious, but the old man was like, wait! May I examine your breast?
To be fair, he said chest.
So they finally revealed their plan, which is shown right now. They basically are taking the individual glaciers that were scattered across the ocean, decide to bring it together so they can make a bridge connecting the southern nation with the island that they're trying to recapture. So by daybreak, they finally start charging on the bridge to finally attack head-on against the demons.
This is actually the first true fight, like from the war. We never saw.
So I thought that was pretty cool. It was actually a lot more in detail than I thought it would be for this kind of series.
Pretty bloody, also. Like,
yeah.
Not the blood it is, but it was like, it was bloodier than I expected. Like you see, like shark demons coming out of the ocean, is like biting the living crap out.
Yeah, the one thing about it was these demons in particular are more amphibious, like water creature kind of.
Well, they're
stuff.
over a big old ocean, so.
Yeah, I know, but if you've seen the previous episodes, they weren't really like fish people.
Yeah, they're humanoid.
One thing I did notice was like they did it in a day, so shouldn't they have security guards, you know, watching it?
Yeah, you would
24/7.
think a fortress like that that's like completely surrounded by an island, they would have like people like looking at, I mean, or at least like guards looking at what their enemy is doing, and because I'm pretty sure it took a great deal of effort to actually make a whole bridge out of like ice.
Yeah, they took the entire, I don't know if it's the entire army, but a lot of people basically to gather all of that and put that into a bridge. No one noticed like in 24 hours, so it was like, sir, I hate to say this, but apparently there's a bridge between our island and the southern nations. So the blooper from Super Mario, the squid thing, you know, I don't even know. I thought they would take advantage of that, you know, like last episode where there was more than one.
Just taking a whole ship, because it took a while for them. They actually we don't see them actually take it down, but they eventually do take it down like off screen.
Because yeah, if you get at least like what, 3, that could take down the bridge, I would say. The ice general,
yeah,
which we find out is a walrus.
Oh,
No, I honestly thought it was going to be an ogre, a red ogre, but no. It was a walrus.
Which, theme-wise, I guess it makes sense.
It makes sense with the island and the water and stuff, but I should have saw that coming. They're now planning out their new strategy because they only took out the first and second fleet of the demons, but the ice fortress is apparently impenetrable, and the walrus dude is like super strong, so they should be careful. But then all of a sudden, like whoosh, the hero shows up. I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Oh, it's the hero.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? Hero! Ah!
Yeah, Knight glomps him.
Like, get off me. So he mentions that they'll be outnumbered like soon because they only were able to take the first and second fleet, but they have a lot more in comparison to their amount of army right now. So what happened was Mao predicted this, and it was due to the hero that this was able to be accomplished. The commander that he was, you know, haunting with nightmares decided to leave the city along with the entire army and decided to come to the southern island to reinforce them, even though it was just him running away because he didn't like nightmares. The battle begins again, and the humans are winning, and then this is finally when the walrus dude shows up. I don't know. I still find it funny. It's a walrus, but he shows up. He's pretty powerful. He's able to take down like platoons with ease. The knight was like, I want to fight him, even though the hero was originally the one who's gonna fight him. But the knight was like, I want to step up. This is my job. I got this. I got this. The amount of strength this woman has is like ridiculous.
And then they go at it.
And then they start to go at it. And I really did like this. The fight scene was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting this, once again, from this kind of anime. But it was done pretty well, in my opinion. The knight wins. And then the walrus like, oh, you beat me. Your sword skills are impeccable. And then he drops dead flat. And all the blood starts spilling out of his body. And then everybody just takes a pause and like, huh?
Then they drink the blood and gain his strength.
What the heck? So like I was saying, everybody just took a pause and they were like looking like,
we won.
Did we win?
We won.
Yeah, we won.
Well,
suck it. Suck it.
Suck mine.
Wait, whoa, relax. We haven't won yet. We need to clean up the rest of the soldiers, so finish it up. I'm a boss. So they were able to retake the island. It has a name, but I forgot what the name was. There's a festival. Everybody's happy. There's like a lot of food. I'm guessing it's like a lot. The king makes an announcement saying like, it's thanks to these two individuals that we were able to recapture this island. And it's Mao and the knight, both in dresses. And I put more emphasis on the knight wearing a dress because she's very, you know, masculine.
She's tomboyish.
She's tomboyish. So I thought it was kind of funny. The hero is overlooking the entire party from the rooftop, or not the rooftop, the balcony. And then that's where the old man visits him to comfort his loneliness because, you know, this is the first time they officially saw each other since
a long time.
The hero left to go slay the Demon King, even though it's Mao. He mentioned like, oh, you're so powerful to the point where you're kind of isolated from the rest of humanity. And it's kind of sad if you think about it. It is true. But
he is pretty OP. Apparently,
he's OP!
Apparently the old man states like, wait, you can take on an army of thousands by yourself.
I'm like, what the heck, man? How powerful are you? We're not going to be seeing that at least anytime soon until maybe later on in the episode.
Because apparently Knight can do this, but Mao, like, apparently he was like much more powerful than the Knight.
So yeah, they were just chatting it up, and they said, you know what? We're together again. All we do need is the mage. Where is she? They completely forgot about her. Like, where is she, dude?
I feel bad for her.
Like the old man, the knight, the hero, Mao, they're all together. They're happy. They're saying, oh, you know what? We don't have to be lonely anymore. Where is the mage?
Well, she's pretty lonely.
That's pretty much the end of the episode. I really liked it. So far, the series is, like, in terms of episode, has improving in terms of interest. So I thought it was pretty cool. We finally saw some action.
I wish we go back to the mage anytime soon.
Yeah, I hope that at one point the mage will just show up like, hey, what am I? Chopped liver, man? I'm a character too.
Maybe that's next episode, since she's like the only one left.
Because was there a preview for the next episode?
No, they don't have previews in this episode.
Oh, you're right. So we don't know. So that's our speculation. I'm guessing the battles are gonna get more gruesome because this was just a battle. According to Mao's plan, it's gonna get worse. Because with the introduction of the flame arrow, and this is only episode 6.
And we never saw it in action.
And we didn't see it in action, so when we're gonna see it in action, I'm guessing there's gonna be more weapons and not just compasses, by the way.
I also like the part in this episode where like Mao is dealing with demons while Hero's actually dealing with humans are, you know, not very good at all. like,
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool.
It was a good balance. Like I could tell like their plan is like
coming into fruition.
But it seemed like this episode is mostly for humans, and she did.
But the one thing I do miss were the vegetables, man. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode. I like it. I'm expecting more from this series. So yeah, this is MediaShinobi signing out. Peace.